No one listens to me. I can't find anybody to talk to. This market is so saturated. Do these excuses sound familiar to you? If they do, well, let me tell you something. Let's ditch the pity parties, because pity parties are not where winners like you hang out. So drop the pity party and let's start building like a pro. Hey there, Isai Rodriguez again, coming at you from my office, coming at you with more tips, tricks, and advice so that you can get the most out of your network marketing business. So again, have you heard any of these excuses? Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone in your downline. I'm sure you've come encountered, if you've encountered these messages in the past, these lines, these excuses, these reasons for not being able to build a business. And let me share a story with you that I heard on a training with some upline mentors of mine. And it goes something like this. So there is a promoter, a distributor in one of my uplines, downline, obviously part of their team, not, so essentially my sideline. This person, they were basically, as we call ours, as we say, they were fresh off the boat. You know what I mean? Like they literally just arrived here from Africa. I don't know what the time frame was, but the key factor was that they not only did they just move here from Africa, but that's one. Two, they spoke nothing but French. And three, of all places in the United States to move to from Africa, they moved to, guess where they moved to? Yeah, New York City, my hometown, my love, I love everything about New York except a few little things, but when you weigh them out, at the end of the day, I love New York. It's a part of me. That's what I call home. But of all places for someone to move from Africa, speaking nothing but French, to move essentially to the heart of New York. You're like, okay, so who has it tough at this point? You know what I mean? Now, the story here is, so you have this person who just moved here from Africa. You have existing downline members or team members who are using these excuses of, oh, this market is so saturated. Nobody wants to listen to me. I can't find anyone to talk to. Like, these are all just excuses. Again, now you have, on the one hand, you have this guy who just moved here from Africa, speaks nothing but French. And then on the other hand, you have existing promoters or U.S. citizens who speak the language, who are native to the area. They pretty much know, the lay of the land, and they're the ones complaining. Meanwhile, the person from Africa, he had this attitude that, he wasn't going to allow anything to get in his way. He wasn't making excuses. He took what, he took what his upline told him to do, and he ran with it. Guess who was making progress in their business? If you can guess, if you feel like you know who was making progress, drop it down in the description. Let me know. Was it the Frenchman from Africa, or was it the native New Yorker? You tell me. One was making excuses, the other was not. The other was running with the information he was given. You know what I mean? Like, so the circumstances that the French man, the African, French-speaking African, the circumstances that he was put into or that he placed himself into were not the easiest. You know what I mean? Like, new country, new language, new culture, new everything. You know, like talk about culture shock. Like that's like it doesn't get any worse than that. You know, like those circumstances right there, bar none, hands down, in my opinion, are beyond tough. You know what I mean? But he didn't allow his circumstances to dictate like how he was going to build his business, or that his circumstances were going to allow him or not allow him to build his business. He took those circumstances and he was like, you know what? Screw you, circumstances. You're not getting in my way. I'm moving forward. This is what I'm doing. This is what I want. This is what I'm going after. You know, bet. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't allow himself. He didn't allow himself to get held back by his circumstances. Now, on the flip side, again, you have the native team, the native New Yorkers, the Native Americans, who, you know, they have the concept of like, they understand the culture. They know how things work. You know, like they were just putting up excuses after excuse after excuse. And when I tell you that the African made more progress in his business because of the simple fact that he didn't allow himself to, you know, again, he didn't allow the circumstances to stop him, to dictate his success. You know what I mean? Like, that's essentially what you need to understand is like, you know, yeah, we don't always have the ideal situation. Like we're not always put in, you know, we don't always have the ideal customers. We don't always have the ideal environment to work with, you know, but you take those environments, you take those situations, you take your circumstances and you make it happen. You make it work. You figure out what it is that you have to do to make it happen, you know, to make your business grow, to make, you know, like that's essentially what entrepreneurs do. You know, we figure out where we're at, what we have at our disposal, what we need to do, or you know, where we're going and what we need to do to get to where we're going. You know what I mean? Like, so don't let your circumstances dictate your outcome or your goals or your success. You know what I mean? Listen, this is the bottom line, and I'll just leave it at that, is that when you're out there building your business, prospecting, marketing, whatever the case may be, you're eventually going to have to talk to people, obviously. And the one thing that I suggest you do is that when you are prospecting, when you are reaching out to people, when you're building those relationships, one of the things that you want to keep an eye out for is, you know, is desire. Like it's a lot easier to find someone with the desire to, you know, to take action and build something, you know, and you know, take those desires, you know, somebody with that drive that wants to do something. It's a lot easier to find somebody like that and then teach them the skills that they're going to need to get to the end goal than it is to find somebody with goal, you know, with the skills already, and essentially teach them desire. You can't teach somebody desire. So one of the things that you want to keep an eye out is, you know, finding or keeping an eye out for people with desire, people that want to build something that, you know, like, so like if you're talking to someone and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And, you know, like, so one of the first things that you need them to take action with is to sign up with your business. You know, so if somebody's talking all this, you know, BS, or they're giving you like, hey, yeah, let's do this, I'm ready to rock. And then you're like, all right, let's do it. Let's rock and roll. And you give them like your link to join your business, to get enrolled. And then they're giving you excuses like why they can't enroll right now, or why they can't do this, or why that. let me tell you, there's no desire there. There is no desire. You follow up with them. You continue following up, but don't push too much. You know what I mean? Don't expect much from that, because even after you get them to join, you're not really going to get them to do much after that. So just keep that in mind. It's always easier to find somebody with desire and teach them the right skills than it is to find somebody with skills and teach them desire. So that about does it for my message today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found value in it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Give me a little heart action. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I always like to know where this message is reaching. If you're catching this live, drop hashtag live in the comments. If you're catching this replay, then drop the hashtag replay down in the comments. And yeah, if you're interested in more advanced training on, like, you know, narrowing down your ideal target market, or, you know, capture pages and lead magnets and things of that nature, then I highly suggest that you get on the get on the boot camp where Fernie Ceballos, my mentor, will teach you and break down all the components of attraction marketing and how you can use it to build an online empire. You can use those skills to take your business from offline to online, and have people knocking down on your door asking you to join your business. And also, if you're in the market, I'm always looking for you know, hungry individuals who are ready to build something of their own. You know, like, I'm always looking for those with desire, to build a lifestyle of their own, something that they can, you know, be proud of, something that they can essentially take charge of their life, take charge of their time, and enjoy a lifestyle that they've always dreamed of. If that sounds like you, send me a message. Let's talk, and let's get you rocking and rolling. All right. Take care now. Until the next video, bye now.